Welcome back to Straight Talk, No BS. I'm here with Cynthia and Tanya. We usually have another co-host on, but today is a rough day for her. Maybe she'll come in or pop in a little bit later.
Yes, all right.
Anyway, I'm Jay. Today we're going to be talking about health and beauty tips during this pandemic.
Crazy.
Today it's going to be all about self-love and learning how to love yourself, pamper yourself, and make it through.
Give a little extra beauty tips and things to survive during this whole hard time that we're going through. And not to forget, today is Thursday giveaway. So everybody that's chiming in
and stay with us till the end.
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna point it all out. You know, we have the feminine type. You know, we got to point out Tanya's makeup. That's where the beauty tips come in. Because not all
the show ain't coming from me.
Yeah, not all of us is into makeup, but we tried.
Now look, I'm barely in it myself, barely, just poquito.
So what do y'all want to talk about, or what do y'all have to talk about when it comes to self-love?
What does it mean to you?
Ooh, that's a long topic for me. Because self-love, it could extend a long way. It could be something you went through and you overcame. It could be something, you know, that reminds you of your childhood and you bounce back from it. For me, my self-love is I was so busy taking care of everyone else around me, I forgot about myself.
That's usually how it is.
Yeah. So for the last few years, I've been learning to love myself and take care of myself.
And so what do you do different now than what you used to do? What do you do different?
I don't mind pampering myself, going to get manicures, pedicures, getting my hair done, even though y'all can't tell on screen today. I'm a braid fanatic. I like to get my hair done at least 2 or 3 times a month or so. You know, I keep my hair braided. I'm natural. I like to go shopping. I think it's just all about putting back into you, because if you don't know how to love yourself, how can you love someone else?
You know what, when I hear that, I didn't mean to interrupt, but people say that term so freely. Learn how to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. I mean, sometimes it's just...
Well, today we're talking about loving yourself today, so we're going to be selfish today. That's what it is, okay? When I think of love, you got to also think about mentally too. You know, taking time out for yourself, taking those vacations, or taking that quiet time to sit and sometimes talk to yourself. That might sound crazy, but talk to yourself. I didn't say empathy, but sometimes you need to spend some time with yourself and get that peace. There's nothing greater than peace. And to me, that's self-love.
It's funny that you say that when you say spend that time with yourself. In the morning when I get up, the first thing I do, I get my Folgers coffee, and I meditate, and I spend time with me, myself, and I. And
let me jump in real quick, because you said coffee. You know how I am about coffee. I can't help it. I just got to jump in. Now you know that ain't the best part of waking up. Y'all gonna have blood pressure, stroke, and everything else. So I'm gonna say, if you have high blood pressure, we're gonna start early, because y'all done talked about the best part of waking up. In your cups, I'm about to go there. I'm gonna have to go there
with a little Baileys or something like that, you know.
See, bad influences. That's not what this show is about today. So if you have high blood pressure, stay away from the coffee, or drink decaf coffee, please.
Come on,
decaf coffee.
I'm just saying, just for me, don't follow my regimen. I'm just saying, I take me a deep breath, get my Folgers. It be me, Folgers, and then bed upstairs at least for 10, 15 minutes. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Okay. And before I forget, I'm gonna say we are not medical doctors, even though some of us are in the medical field, but we're not medical doctors. So please, before you do anything, consult with your physician, please.
Don't run out there and everything and call us talking about I done broke out.
The straight talk is still broke.
We are still.
We got no insurance, not insurance, but insurance.
So Tanya, what do you do for yourself for self-love?
It's, I've had to slowly come into that. And I think not having the kids 24/7 has been, has allowed me to be able to take that time for myself more, because, when you're busy and you have your kids, I mean, we had 4 kids, and since I can remember, it's always just been about them, the house, them, always just go. And so as far as me now, I think, I've brought it up several times before, but trying to actually be more serious and productive about my weight loss. That's something that is finally coming into play more now. So I think that's part of self-love for me.
My self-love, I did it. I'm 5 years in. I was going to say 4, excuse me. I'm 5 years into the weight loss surgery. But again, I do not follow my regimen because everything I was supposed to do with the weight loss surgery, I broke every law in the book. Okay.
Something that froze up talking noise.
I tell you what we gonna do.
What?
We gonna go ahead and we gonna show our routines in the morning. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
You're going to share with us what you do in the morning time, okay? We're going to share your routine first.
Hey, good day, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. Good morning to everyone. My name is Cynthia Nelson. Welcome to Straight Talk. Just want to give you a little insight on how I start my morning. I start with my protein shake. It's got 25 grams of protein in it. I start with this. I buy my water, 1 8-ounce bottle of water, 1 to 1.5 scoops of my protein shake, depending on how thick you want your protein shake. You can add ice to this as well. It'll be good and cold. I shake it up as well as I can get it with the ball inside. It doesn't have a bad taste either, by the way. Some protein shakes I've had has had a bad taste in the past. Which is needed due to the fact of the weight loss surgery. I take a multivitamin for women. I take garlic, which I was told was good for your heart, eyes, and your womanly wealth. And I may add more protein vitamins in there. I try to keep up with it daily, but it's good for your health, inside and out. I hope you all enjoy this video.
All right, Cynthia. Now, wait a minute. Before you how many scoops of that protein powder did you put in that cup?
1.5 cups, because instead of 8 ounces, it was really 12 ounces because Mo had already put water in. So I did 1.5 scoops.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know he had
okay.
At the bottom. And I drank that whole thing and was like bloated. I don't know if I drank it too fast, but I was hungry, I guess.
You know how it is, ingredient water.
Look, Frances is not here today, but we're still going to put hers up here. What she does, her daily routine. Let's see what her morning routine is. This is what she says it is. Meditation.
Namaste.
Baby, I'm not that flexible.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hey, y'all know why she's able to flex like that. She used to be a stripper.
Oh. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, because you very, very limber.
Oh my God. Oh, boy. She got a pole in the house, y'all.
You know what? But meditation is something that is needed. It's that mental health part, that peace. The best way you can get it, like Cynthia, you said, the first thing you do is get your coffee and you spend that little quiet time with Jesus, you know, whatever everybody calls the one upstairs, you know. So
every morning.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I guess y'all ready to see my morning routine,
Come on, Jay.
Let's get it.
What you doing?
Ooh-wee. Let's see here.
Go ahead on, Jay.
You hear me? It must be nice just holding the camera.
Look.
No.
Y'all don't know about the phone. The phone is a weight too. I was interactive.
This right here is for people who have bad knees, or you know, they can't do the normal working out. So if you can't do a workout, you can get a chair and do a workout. You can do the salsa. Yeah, I was that point, girl, sweating. I like, oh Lord, oh Lord.
Feel the burn.
Feel the burn, baby. No pain, no gain.
Go ahead,
hey. That almost made me feel like I was on South Beach there for a minute at Mango, girl. So like I said, that's a routine for people who have bad knees, bad backs, whatever. You don't have to stand up to do a workout. You can sit down and do a chair workout. Mm-hmm. And before the end of the show, I'm going to leave a link at the bottom so people know where to go to get a chair workout.
Mm-hmm. How about those weights? Though?
And right here are wall push-ups. You know, if you're able to get down on the floor. Oh yes, honey. Yes, that's my meditation. That's Tai Chi.
Go ahead. Oh,
so Tai Chi. Do my Tai Chi in the morning. A lot of people, they don't understand, but it's really good for meditation, relaxation, also to stretch out all your muscles. You know, especially if you have back pain. If you have back pain, Tai Chi is good. But when you want to go fast with it, you want to hold your arms firm. And when you rotate your arms, you want to do slow motions. Slow motions.
How's it go?
Slow. Right.
I thought she was retarded at first. I woke up one morning.
Yeah, she didn't think that it worked until
I woke up with a real
she woke up like this.
Right, like that. Yeah, but that does work. So you know.
So that's now Tanya. What Tanya gonna do? She's gonna give us some health tips, especially for the people who have diabetes, high blood pressure, and things like that. And a lot of times we go to the store and we don't know how to understand the labels or what to look out for. So Tanya, she's going to show everybody real quickly on how to read the labels to know that you're getting the right amount of carbs, how to take away carbs, how to add fibers, just to show you how to read the labels when you're going out to the store so you don't feel frustrated.
Because, you know, this is something that frustrated me. Trying to help out a family member. Actually, Judy, you know, she's a diabetic also. So we had to learn how to, I guess, incorporate or figure out what you can have and what you can't. I didn't realize that, you know, because it's real easy to look at the label and just be like, what does all this really mean to me? But, and you know, there's a way to break it down. So, okay, show the first one. So I just got a few examples. Like this one right here is a nutritional snippet of a protein powder. Actually, this is the one that Cynthia, this is the one that you have. Okay. And things that are important to really look at when you're looking at these labels is the serving size. So when you're first looking at the top, you see that the serving size says 1 scoop, right? The servings per container is not really important. It's just to know that for one measured amount, your one measured amount that you're supposed to have is supposed to equal 1 scoop. And then you look down and know that everything else that you're looking at, the calories, that's 120, the carbohydrates, the protein, the cholesterol, all of that is pertaining to this one serving that you're about to ingest, okay? So the next thing that's really important is, especially for diabetics, is to look at the total carbohydrates. Go down to where it says total carbohydrates, and excuse me, and then look at the dietary fiber. Now, in this instance, it says less than 1 gram, but in order, go to the next one because I really want to show one that's What is this one?
It's the bread.
Okay, so on this one, if you go down to the total carbohydrates, on this one, it's 19 grams. And under it is the dietary fiber, which is 6. So you would take that dietary fiber and subtract it away from your total carbs, and that's what, 13? That is how much carbs that you are actually getting for this one serving. If you go back up to the top, the serving size is 2 slices of bread, which will equal 80 calories. So for this total carbs, 13 carbs is what you're actually going to get, not 19. That's confusing sometimes when you're looking at the labels. You're like, how many carbs am I getting right now? Always take away dietary fiber from your carbs, your total carbohydrates, and that's how many actual carbs you're getting for this serving. And then the next important thing to look at would be your protein. A normal, I guess for diabetics, a rule of thumb would be to consider your total carbs need to be in the single digits, and your protein needs to be in the double digits. That's in the perfect setting if you can get it like that.
But this is per meal, right?
And this is per serving that you're ingesting. So not necessarily per meal. Now, per meal, total carbs for like a diabetic would be anywhere between like 45 to 60 per meal. So everything that you eat, you just do this trick by calculating your total carbohydrates and subtracting your dietary fiber. And then you do that for everything. If you have your toast, if you have your jelly, if you have your bacon, you have your eggs, you calculate all of that and then try to get it as close to 45 and 60 grams per meal. And this rule of thumb will help anybody. I mean, even if you're not a diabetic, just
if you just want to lose weight.
Yes, definitely. Because, normal calories that you would normally have for a regular person is like 2,000 calories, a day. And so if you're trying to consider losing weight, then just, subtract that probably down to 15, just lower your calorie intake if you're trying to consider losing weight. But like I said, the main important things to look at when you're looking at these labels is your calories. First of all, the serving size, your calories, your total carbs. Make sure to take away the dietary fiber and your protein. Those are the main important things to look at when you're looking at these labels. So I don't know if that really helps.
And by the way, this bread is great.
Oh,
Cynthia,
yes.
You need to tell them, who is this bread by?
This one's by Nature's Own, and it's 40 calorie bread. I think it's called Nature's Own honey wheat. That they have another flavor. I think it's multi-grain. I'm not quite sure, but the Nature's Own 40 calorie bread is really good.
Only 80 calories for 2 slices.
And there are some other breads that are lower in carbs, but this one happens to be one that actually tastes good because some of the other breads have a lot of those, the grains and stuff in it, and it's really crunchy. And you're like, so just to your preference. But this one's really good. It tastes good, and it doesn't spike your sugar.
How about when they say your meat portion should be no bigger than the palm of your hand? Okay, coming from a big girl, I want some meat. So how do you?
This is the solution to that, Nay. This is the solution. The solution is that you don't have to really cut down on your food. It's about the variety, what you putting in your body. So if you feel extra hungry, just eat more vegetables. And I'm not going to say fruits because people don't realize, they eat fruits and they say, oh, I'm eating healthy because I'm eating fruits. Fruits are full of sugar, unless it's the berries. Now, if it's the blueberries, the strawberries, you can eat all of those all you want. But like I said, before you eat your meal, eat some soup or something to fill you up a little bit. Or just fill up on vegetables, snack on vegetables instead of going to the bad stuff.
Which is so easy.
What the old people used to say, drink a glass of water before each meal.
That's what they say. But you know what? Another good thing, and this is for maybe for people who are trying to lose weight or whatnot, but apple cider vinegar mixture. You would take about 8 ounces of water and 1 to 2 tablespoons and just mix it up like in one of these like
a 16-ounce bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Good detoxifier. Great.
So 2 tablespoons or 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar.
2 tablespoons and a 16-ounce. I do, but some people do 8 ounces. But it can be real potent sometimes, and you don't want to do that because you can burn your stomach, you can burn your throat, a lot of stuff. It can cause a lot of harm. So I say in a 16-ounce bottle, I would do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar.
Have you ever
drink it?
Have you ever tried it, Cynthia?
I tried it, but my stomach, it just, being that I'm a big girl, it just didn't blend right with everything that was going on down in that digestive system. So I'd rather do the pills. Do y'all think the pills are just as good as the liquid?
I've never
what pills?
The apple cider vinegar pill.
Okay, I've never seen those.
No, I haven't.
That's some.
Are you serious? And you take them?
Yeah. No, I haven't tried them. I'm saying that they're out there. I've seen them in stores. I don't know if they're just as important.
And I want people to know that you can drink this every day.
Yes.
Yeah. You can drink it 3 times a day, actually. But when I drink it once a day. That's good enough for me. That's enough detoxifying.
Because when you drink it, mind y'all, it doesn't taste good, okay?
No, it doesn't. But I heard that you can put honey or like a couple of drops of a sweetener or something in it, or a packet of sweetener. I've never tried it like that. I don't know, because it's just nasty and it smells god awful.
Okay, so what about lemon water?
You know what? I used to do lemon water.
There's a debate,
but I had to stop. I stopped doing lemon water, and the reason why is because that lemon, what it does, it constricts your arteries, and when it constricts your, a lot of people don't know that it constricts your arteries and it increases your blood pressure.
Girl, you just gave me some news.
Yeah, I used to drink it all the time at work until one day I was walking around, I'm like, why do I feel dizzy? Why is my blood pressure? Why am I snappy? And I started testing my blood pressure, and it was high. And the only thing I added to my regimen was the lemonade, the homemade lemonade that I make. I would squeeze lemons and just add the sugar with it. And so I stopped doing it. And once I stopped and started flushing my body with water for about a week, my blood pressure went back to normal. So I say, people with blood pressure issues, do not do the lemon juice.
Right.
Like I say, it's a lot of things that people don't understand that, it'll raise your blood pressure.
Okay, they talked about their healthy tips. I also juice a lot as far as green vegetables. I do a lot of broccoli. I do a lot of kale, spinach, greens, a mixture of greens from mustard green, collard green, turnip greens. I do a lot of like when I do the protein shake for lunch, I may do the vegetable as a juice, and then I'll try my best to eat a sensible dinner. But like I said, I don't always stick to that regimen. I don't want nobody right in saying, Cynthia told us to do this for 6 weeks and it's not working.
It's not working. What happened? Right.
I break my own rules, but when I set my mind to it, I get in my goal to keep my weight down. And go ahead, Tanya.
When you make your protein drink with the spinach and stuff in it, what all do you put in it?
I do my turmeric. I do some cinnamon, because cinnamon is good for you. I mix when I juice it, I mix it with water sometimes, or sometimes I may do apple juice with it. I used to do orange juice, but of course my friend aka Judy told me orange juice makes too much sugar.
Yeah, definitely.
When I do the juicing now, I've been mixing it with water, and like I said, you have to hurry up and drink it, but it's good for you. And, sometimes as Black people, when we cook it,
I can't.
You can't hear me?
You was cutting out. Yeah, now I can.
As Black people, when we cook our food, you want to do all the seasonings and stuff. So you take all the good minerals and vitamins that are in the vegetables, and once you add all your onions and everything in your seasonings, you messed it up. So that's why I juice it as well.
You're not lying about that, because my daddy, he growing up, I used to hate eating vegetables. He would kill all the nutritional value out of the vegetables. Like green beans would have every seasoning in the cabinet. I mean, the green beans are no longer green. I mean, why are we cooking green beans for 15 minutes? They're already cooked and done.
They eat fried vegetables.
They have every seasoning in there. It's just dead. They're dead.
And then you got some people that feel like when they cook, they got to cook everything inside of.
Yeah.
You can't cook everything.
Stop that before he come up in the camera. I'm too far away to come save you.
You got to put a little bit of that in there and a little bit. Yeah.
You can't submerge everything.
Let me tell you something. You said that you like juice. I got the juice for you.
Oh, yeah.
Minute Maid has a juice that has 15, is it 15 calories?
I believe it's 15
calories.
I think it's called, they changed the name of it.
No
now.
sugars.
It's Minute Maid zero sugar. And they got the lemonade.
And when I tell you it's good,
fruit punch.
Girl, it is really good.
And I think another one, I think a mango something is delicious. You're not losing any flavor. And a lot of times people think whenever they're trying to go healthy that they have to sacrifice, excuse me, the flavor and
cut out everything. You don't have to cut out everything. Just substitute.
Yes.
David said apple juice will clean you out.
It will. You will not have anything. Yeah, natural detoxer. Full of sugar though.
I might need to stay on apple juice then. I might need to stay on that apple juice.
And like another thing, beef. I don't eat beef.
Why?
Because I'm not trying to have no high cholesterol. I don't want the high cholesterol. And I feel like it's not eating clean to me.
Really?
I believe in eating clean. Clean to me is the lean meats. I eat the turkey, I'll eat the salmon, I eat the whiting, like tilapia, I like tuna, stuff like that. Beef.
I know I'm black because I want my chicken leg, I want my chicken thigh.
Chicken is fine. Chicken is fine. Long as it's not fried. Nay, everything can't be fried, okay?
Look, y'all, I am the deep fried. Look, let me tell you something. If you want some real, one day me and Tanya's gonna do a cook show. We was holding out on y'all. We was trying to get it together, but I'm gonna let y'all know. Tanya's gonna show y'all how to do a healthy version. This whole black chick right here, I'm gonna show you how to do the lard, the fat back, the ham hocks, and all that.
Jesus Lord.
Show. Because when she said don't fry it, I don't think chicken ain't good if it ain't deep fried and crispy.
But it don't have to be fried.
Everything ain't got to be fried, Nay.
I'm just saying.
Air fryer over there that you don't even use. You need to go. Look, baby. You need to go on and donate it. Go on and bring it on down here to me, and I'll put good use.
My secret. Don't
and you still want to cook in Crisco and lard. That's why I don't come to your house.
Old school can too.
You wouldn't want to come to a house because my head be tight after I get through eating over there, girl. I can't do it.
Grease is hot at 360 degrees, honey. 360 degrees will kill any germ, baby. Make that grease extra hot.
She drop it temperature. Okay, you know it's real.
And your whole heart gonna burst too.
Oh, Ray.
Okay. And I didn't already told you that man ain't gonna meet you at the altar until you get your seasoning right.
David, if you out there, take my side. Tell them I'm right about this chicken.
Baby, no.
Oh, but it's so good. But you can crisp it up pretty good in the oven. I mean, put a little
some oven fried chicken. Seriously. Tell me how you can cook some oven fried chicken.
The thing is, you got to pat it dry before you get ready to, season it or whatnot. Get all the extra moisture off of it. And if you have to put something on it, like if you have to bread it in something, you could put it in some crushed up pork rinds. That's kind of, excuse me, for us diabetics, because anything breading like with flour or whatnot can raise your sugar up. So, roll it up or dip it in some egg or whatnot, and then put it in some pork rinds, crushed up pork rinds. A lot of people, I've heard people use the, what am I trying to say? Goodness, I done lost my train of thought. What is it? The cereal. What am I saying? The cornflakes. But that's still not really, I mean, people who don't have to worry about their sugar, you can use the cornflakes. But if you have to worry about for diabetics, then don't use that one. Use the pork rind. What's the other one?
I'm just going to jump in real quick and say this. For the diabetics, there's still hope for Thanksgiving. Because you sit here talking about all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, boy, they just don't know. Thanksgiving, Tanya makes this dressing out of almond flour. Oh, my God, Nay. Woo. Everybody.
I don't think she's had it yet. Have you had it yet?
You haven't had it yet.
Okay.
Okay, we're doing Thanksgiving here at the house.
Tanya's going to, I'm going to tell you what, y'all. Tanya's going to leave the recipe on the Straight Talk page, Facebook page here.
My secret away?
Yeah, you got to tell the diabetics out there that need help.
It's my special secret.
But think about all the people that's laying around on Thanksgiving Day with their sugar high.
I just might
comatose and sleep on the couch.
Make $1 on
comatose, sleep on the couch. No. So You can still make $1 off of it.
Oh, so, that's my special seasoning.
Anyway, I just want you to know that this girl here, boy, she be making that dressing out of that almond flour. I'm like, oh my God. And everybody that come over to our house, instead of eating the regular dressing, she make a whole pan of regular dressing, and then she make the almond flour dressing. And it never fails. They'll eat the whole pan of the almond.
Oh, when I tell you she was mad that one year.
So I just wanted to jump in and let people know there's still hope. You diabetics. And also another thing, y'all, Nay, do you cook with herbs?
I cook with herbs. I sure do.
Is this like what? What kind of herbs?
The herbs from the earth.
Glad for that specification.
I can't fool with you. I can't fool with you.
Well,
thank you.
Ooh, God.
I be cooking them for those that need the recipe.
Just say contact Nay.
Okay, stop playing. No, I don't too much know about too many herbs and stuff like that. I can't honestly say that I cook with a lot of herbs. I need to learn and get more healthy with it.
It's about the combinations that you put together, because honestly, you don't have to add a lot of salt. You don't have. One of the main important things that I think a lot of people miss is when you're saying, I'm eating lemon pepper, or I'm eating a type of seasoning, and then you look, I'm eating garlic, but you're not realizing that everything, once you've added in garlic powder or garlic salt, seasoning salt, lemon pepper, after you've added everything that you decided to put or season your food with, after you don't realize all the salt in each one of those things. Each one, you have to really read the ingredients. It's the powders are the ones that you want. Get anything that says powder on it, and always double check the ingredients on the back. And after you mix, it's about the combo. That's my point, though. If you mix everything together, you don't really have to use a lot.
And the reason why I brought that up, Nate, because that's what you need to start practicing with, is the herbs for your man, so he can meet you at the altar. Okay. Now, Tanya, going because I'm telling you, I can't do it. I don't know how to mix my herbs yet, even though I use the herbs.
It took a minute. I told you about when we decided she had gotten sick one year, and her blood pressure was really, really high. I mean, it was like 170 something, almost 200 something over
like 105. And it was like 180 over 105. Yeah. And it stayed like that for probably about a whole year. I stayed in the bed and I couldn't get up out of bed. So finally, once we got it under control, that's when I decided, I said, no more salt in my diet ever.
Oh, she didn't decide to tell me that we were going to say no more salt. I came home from work hungry. You smell the good smelling fried something from the door. You're like, oh, I'm finna get down. When I come in the house, came in, sat down, pretty looking plate of fish and some vegetables and some other stuff. Took a huge bite. Not a stitch. Nothing, no salt. Just I said, oh, Jesus.
You should have seen her face, boy.
Tanya, did you finish the plate?
No.
She was nice enough.
What? Huh?
She was nice enough to eat it.
I love you.
Boy, you should have seen her face, boy. That face said it all, boy.
She said, by the way, we're not even salt anymore. Okay, thank you for the warning, because it smelled really good. My mouth was, no, it wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready.
Okay, but let's come back full circle. What are some other tips or routines that we do that are self-love besides healthy eating?
Learning to say no.
Willing to say no. Yep.
Learning to say no. Because, and that applies to a lot. Like, your job, not wanting to take on extra assignments that maybe your boss want to throw at you, or, just working a whole lot of different schedules or whatnot. And, your kids pulling at you right and left, wanting you to just expecting you to just be or to give.
Eliminating the stress.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best self-love you can give yourself, is when you eliminate that stress and be able, like Tanya said, to say no to people and not feel guilty about it. You shouldn't feel good about doing for yourself. You can't feel guilty about it. You have to love yourself and you have to do for yourself. Because at the end of
I say that because I'm learning that right today, learning how to say no to my adult children.
and not feel guilty about it, Nay, because I know for the longest time you always felt guilty about saying no to your kids. Tanya's always felt guilty about saying no to the kids. Judy Ann, I felt guilty about saying no to them kids. They'll get over it, right? You have to show them tough love. It's not that I'm being mean, but you have to think about yourself too.
Yeah. Because
that stress will kill you. I'm telling you, that stress killed one of my uncles. He had 4 kids and they stressed him out and they killed him. Gave him a heart attack.
If they can come and get it, they're gonna come get it. If they can take it, they're gonna take it. But it's not just kids; it's people in general. You have people that are willing to give and beat you along the way, and you got people that they are just out there to be takers. So you have to be able to identify the both. And if it's putting so much stress on you to where you can't think or figure out what your next move is going to be, then it's time to do something different.
I'm gonna tell you, the greatest thing that ever happened to me was becoming that passive person. Because before, back in the day, I'm more passive now. Somebody can come up to me, they can say something ignorant to me, and I just look at them and I'll laugh about it. And I don't know if that's because I'm in my 40s now. And now so much stuff, it just bounced right off of me now. Somebody talking crazy and I'll just be looking at them. I'm looking at them, I'll just bust out laughing. And so me coming into my 40s, it made me more passive. And also being with Tanya has made me more passive. And it's good. I mean,
when I first met you, you were like,
I ain't gonna lie, I was off the hook. I was off the hook when you first met me. You couldn't say nothing to me.
Hair on fire.
Smoking. And that meant if I got to go to jail behind telling your ass off, I'm going to jail behind it. I ain't give a shit.
Wait a minute.
I'm just telling you straight up.
If that was your spirit or your personality, then right. And I know everybody changes. It's inevitable. But I'm just saying, are you really truly okay with being passive?
That's another thing. Now, me becoming passive, it made people just made me look like a pushover. You know what I mean? And they would try to run over me all the time. And that brought stress in my life. It really did. You know what I'm saying? Because, at that time I was the type of person to where I was like, man, I just harped on it all the time that this person said this about me and they did this to me. You have to learn sometimes to, instead of repressing, to express yourself. You know what I mean? Let it go and express what's bothering you. Let it out.
Have a healthy
balance.
Don't
be so passive. Yeah, you got to have a healthy balance.
Are you passive? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Am I passive?
No.
You asking Nate.
I'm about to ask. I was about to say. Cynthia, are you passive?
In some instances, I can be passive, but also, like Judy said, I'll let you get away with it for so long. And then once I feel like you're just taking my kindness for weakness, then I will come out swinging. I don't care who you are or where you are. I mean, fight goes on. But I'll let you slide for a little while. But
I don't think them kids agree with that. I don't think they're gonna say you bad.
Oh no, your kids they gonna say mama on here lying like a mug. They're gonna call you lying.
I got something that I wrote earlier. I was doing my homework on self-love, and so Judy told me to stop doing my homework, so I stopped doing my homework, but I wrote this down. I now stop and I look at myself in the mirror. I used to be ashamed of who I was and where I come from, but now I realize that there's no need to be ashamed. Stop. Hey girl, look in the mirror. You're one beautiful Black person. You're one beautiful Black woman. You're one beautiful Black queen, and one day you will sit on the throne and have a man to call you queen. Always take that time to love yourself. Always take that time to learn something new about yourself. Never let someone take your secrets. It's called self-love.
Can't hear you now.
Nah, you want to do better with your audio. Really, that was beautiful though.
No, y'all didn't even hear it.
So you talk to yourself and you encourage yourself, right? Like we were saying earlier, sometimes you have to take that time out. When nobody else is telling you that you're beautiful, you need to tell yourself that you're beautiful.
Hey, Miss Tatiana.
Hey, Tatiana.
And you know what? Taking the time out for you, even if I guess basically just don't wait on someone else to tell you about who you are. Don't wait on other people.
Take the time to look in the mirror and love who you are. Because when you love who you are as a person, everyone else will gravitate to you.
Everybody don't believe all the negative stuff that everybody tell you.
Oh, amen to that one.
You think it's
Amen
hard for the younger generation not to believe that?
Oh, yes, definitely. It's harder for the younger generation. Definitely. You know, we just grew up in a different time. You know what I mean? Everything is different now.
You know, everything is different because everything is computerized. Everybody's on social media, on the computers. It's almost, you know, people forget that there's a real life out there in the world sometimes. And so interacting with just people on the computer or through your little, what is it, Instagrams or Facebook and all that stuff, you tend to believe everything that's, or take everything so literally. You understand what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, I will say this. Oh, go ahead, Cynthia. Go ahead.
Hey, Tatiana.
Come on, hey.
I appreciate y'all watching and supporting us. Mama love y'all. But when you talk about self-love, I've also, you know, touched on that with my own kids. You know, always be proud of who you are and where you come from. Always be proud of the struggle that you went through because it's your struggle that you went through that makes you the person that you are today. If you don't
It
ever
prepares you.
if
It
you don't
prepares
ever
you
go
for
through
what's to
anything,
come.
yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
If you don't ever go through nothing, you don't know.
But you know, kids nowadays, I don't know, they're not as tough as we were back in the day. And like I said on previous shows, that's because we pamper them. We pamper them. And I think that
Okay, y'all, we frozen up just for a minute. Hopefully they'll be right back. But I appreciate you.
it's important so they can dig them, you know, dig themselves up out of the hole and you know, and make it. And I feel like that is teaching them self-love, knowing not to give up in life, no matter how hard it is. Okay. Oh, it's my auntie, Roberta. Hey, auntie. She said, as I have gotten older, I learned to say no to people for my peace of mind. I love myself too much to be stressed. Hey, Judy, my beautiful niece.
No, hey.
Hey, auntie.
Aww.
Well, she was always my favorite aunt sister. Yeah.
What is
a strong woman? I have to say that my grandmother, she had how many, I don't know how many children, but I'm just saying all the women that were in my life, that all my aunts, they were always strong women. And that's how my core became strong, looking at them, following behind them.
You believe that's how you were able to learn?
They always walked around with confidence, especially my mama. Y'all know that. I always walked around with confidence. Shirley, you know, nobody ever knocked her down or stressed her out. You know, she always had a smile on her face. Even though the day was, she probably was going through hell that day, but still you saw her walking around with a smile.
So, what is one thing you would tell your younger self today?
I'm gonna tell you this. I would have went harder when I was younger instead of trying to get everything as I got older. You know, it seemed like most people, they don't start thinking about life, how important life and decisions are, their future, making future decisions. They don't understand how important that is until they're around about 30. You know, most people don't go to college until they're about 30. So,
you know, I think
I would have went to school earlier.
And that's what I was about to say. I think I would have, if I could give some advice to my younger self, would be not to be easily influenced by my environment and other people, because it slowed down my progress of growth. You know, I didn't listen to my parents necessarily, and I listened to the friends I was hanging around and the guys that I, at the time, decided to date, and I ended up with children and just, you know, having to go at life pretty struggle, you know, when I didn't really have to. So if I had to give myself some advice now, it would be to just listen to my parents.
That's the thing. The older you get, that's when you realize how smart your parents were.
Oh my God, that saved a whole lot of heartache.
The one thing
really tell me, and they were smart ones.
You ain't.
The one thing I would have told my younger self is, take your time. Take your time. I grew up so fast from my childhood and the things that I went through. I was
You have to when you have kids or young.
Yeah, I was introduced to a lot of stuff at a young age. Not saying that I just grew up all so bad, but if I had took the time to breathe it in, because I was in the top 10 of my class when I graduated, and my dream was to go to medical school, to go to nursing school, because I wanted to work with pediatric babies.
Really?
Yeah.
This is new. We've been knowing you for how long?
Even though I worked with children all my life, my heart has always been with babies, So my younger self, I would have took my time. I would have took all the time in the world to love me enough to follow my dream, which is
it's never too late, Nate.
It really
is not too late. Let me tell y'all something. Nursing school, you can go to nursing school and be out and be a nurse in 13 months.
Telling you.
13 months of sacrifice. What is that? That's nothing. So it's not too late. And then you have us to tutor, So if you need help, hey, we here.
Just
I say do it. That's one thing that I say to everybody. Don't be scared to go out and chase your dreams, no matter how old you are. Go out and chase all the things you want to do, because we're only here on this earth just for a flash. That's no time. You know what I mean? Time goes by so fast. Do everything that you always dreamed. All the shit that people said that your ass couldn't do it. That's me. That's me. I'm gonna do everything. Tell me I can't do something. I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna prove to you that I can do it. I'm gonna prove to you that I can do it. That's it.
So I'm just saying it's never too late, Nate. So if you want to go to be a nurse, go to be a nurse.
You gonna do it?
I don't know. It was just something that was in my heart, and I'm never saying never, because I always tell my kids that same thing, to never say never. So I'm gonna say I will follow it.
Your son said, yeah, because she's going to need the help. Laugh out loud.
Kids he don't have his hand out for that check, so long as he helping too.
Do y'all think go ahead.
Let me add, do y'all have any beauty tips? Because before we get off here, I'm still going to go back to food, because there's some important points that I want to make to people, because we really didn't get into the herbs and stuff. And for people who are diabetic or don't know how to eat, I want to make sure they get this information, because there's so many Black people out here with conditions and ailments because they don't know how to eat right.
And that's one of the things right now that's hitting, or because of the pandemic that's going on right now. Corona is really affecting a lot of people that have these pre-existing conditions, heart disease, cholesterol, diabetes, you know what I'm saying? So it's affecting us or people more severely. So just doing something like simply changing your diet.
Change your diet
is amazing. And I guess, like you said, it's a major thing to try to hit on, really stress to people. Just
eat to live.
You're right.
That's my favorite saying. Eat to live
sometimes, because
to eat.
Okay. I live to eat at this moment in my life.
Look, and it's sad because since you didn't been down here last weekend and then rubbed off on me, girl, I can't wait to go somewhere and find me some gizzards.
Now, tonight. Ooh, so bad.
Ooh, girl. But them gizzards was good.
Jesus.
What so good? I'm a bad influence, y'all. For those that are watching.
You need to stay at the house. Look, stay at the house. Stay at the house.
We're gonna come pick you up. We're gonna come pick you up
tonight. So what I'm not listening to y'all. Y'all bad influence.
We coming tonight.
So what are some beauty tips that y'all would give to people? Any beauty tips?
Moisturize. Take the time to moisturize at night. Moisturize morning and at some point during the day if you can. And I don't mean just your hands, if you can do it to your face, but if you've already got your makeup on, don't worry about it. Prime it before, but moisturize before you put your lipstick on. Moisturize before you put your foundation on. Moisturize and hydrate.
Definitely hydrate. Make sure you get
what's the purpose for moisturizing though? What does it help?
Your skin. Your wrinkles.
So you don't get the wrinkles. So
Judy, I need to start moisturizing.
Wear my lotion.
And like I said, especially for diabetics. And to me, one of the lotions that I like to use was that diabetic gold bond.
Yeah,
that was really good. And believe it or not, even Jergens was pretty good. When I tried it, I had switched from the diabetic gold bond and went to the Jergens. I like the smell of it, that cherry, what is that? That cherry blossom. And so even cherry almond, and even it was good. You know,
surprisingly so, it really did work out.
So, and another thing that I would say a health tip is people with the dark circles underneath their eyes. I get it a lot because I have allergies.
Oh my God.
And don't let me eat no onions and cry. All of this gonna get burnt up. But I say get the tomatoes. You take the tomatoes and you cut them into thin slices. And when you go to bed at night, or before you go to bed at night, put them on your eyes and let them sit there for about 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's not a long time. It don't have to be 30 minutes. You can do 15 minutes. But I'm saying for the best results, I would leave it for 30 minutes. And what that tomato does, it lightens underneath your eyes.
I didn't know that. What about cucumbers? When they used to show the commercial with cucumbers.
Cucumbers are good too, but cucumbers are mainly for just putting hydration because, you know, the dark circles come from, you know, people who are dehydrated and, you know, dehydrated, usually it shows through your lips, the thin skin of your face. So, you know, lips is thin, the skin that's on it, and underneath your eyes is thin. So that's the reason why we use the cucumbers to keep it moist.
And for inflammation, or to bring down the puffiness, because they're usually cool. They tell you to put a cool cucumber down there around your eye, and it'll take down the swelling also.
So those are some of my tips that I would say.
I do agree with staying hydrated. It is very important to drink a lot of water. Even though I'm one of those that don't get in my water, I went to the doctor this week, and that's one of the main things they told me, is that you have to drink a lot of water. And
the most important thing in life is water.
Get in your water. One of my beauty tips that I like to do, as far as my hair, as y'all can see, it's very bushy. I wash my hair with apple cider vinegar. I wet my hair as good as I can wet it, then I take a cup of apple cider vinegar and I pour it in my hair, and it's good for your scalp. It cleans your scalp, because some shampoos and conditioner don't necessarily deep clean the way us African Americans need it done. So apple cider vinegar, you wet your hair, you let the apple cider vinegar sit in your hair for 10 to 15 minutes, and then whatever shampoo or conditioner you use, rinse the apple cider vinegar out, then continue to washing your hair. But it does help hair grow.
So it's really just stripping all of the like hair products and different things that you put in your hair. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. Dreads. We do the apple cider vinegar. But one thing I like is Palmer's had this medicated cocoa oil that you put in your hair in the spray pump. And that's what I would use on my hair. I spray it with the coconut oil. And also the coconut oil is good for the skin, healing of the skin. Let me tell you, Tanya's little boy, Maxwell, he had eczema real bad when I met her. His skin was all weepy, dripping with fluid and everything. It was bad.
Peely and everything. And he was so miserable, lost all his hair because all his hair fell out, you know, because usually babies have that cradle cap. And usually just goes away. You scrape it out, you know how we do. Okay, but his eczema was so bad, he lost all his hair. All his hair just would come out.
It looked like his scalp was just coming off. I am not kidding.
All these different doctors, they were trying to prescribe steroids and
the oatmeal lotion.
All
you know how they tell you to give your baby the oatmeal baths. Okay. So when I met her, he was still weepy, skin coming off. She didn't try all these antibiotics, steroids, everything. You'll never believe what cured this baby in a week's time. Do you remember 1 week, baby? Do you remember the Blue Magic coconut oil grease?
Yes, of course.
That you could get at the Family Dollar store.
Yes.
I went and that. I rubbed it all over his body. And he was healed up.
Promise. That baby slept so good. When I tell you he was so peaceful, no rubbing, itch.
For eczema, all you used was Blue Magic hair
with the coconut oil in it. That was the white one.
Gave him a bath, patted him down, rubbed him down with that oil, that grease or whatnot, rubbed him real good. That was the treatment from then on.
That's news to me because my grandbabies have eczema really bad. All three of them, they have eczema really bad.
I would say put some of that on them. I would use it.
I'm gonna have to tell my daughter that. Dang.
I mean, and it's a cheap remedy versus going to get some of those
versus going to the doctor back and forth.
And it's
been hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
That stuff is kind of potent. The prescriptions they try to give you to use, you know, you don't want to use.
After y'all did it for that 1 week, did he use it like coming up, or y'all just
we cleared up?
And we told him that's your regimen. You need to use that, and you know, to stay also to help to stay away from soaps that have the dye in it. You know, you can't have the ones that
dye. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dang, I need somebody to be on the show because her baby got the one with the eczema. Okay, so what's another self-love routine you could do?
Get rid of your frenemies.
You don't know. Clear out your circle, baby. Clear out your circle.
Who gain pleasure from your pain and your losses rather than from your happiness and successes. Get rid of them. Cut them loose. Cut them loose.
And we know that that's easier said than done in some circles, but you know, you'll learn who your real friends are. They will be in your corner regardless, you know, whether you're doing bad or good, you know, they'll be there for you.
Ain't that something that people want to see you fail versus want to see you come on? And
like I said in the previous show, here I go again. Silent competitors. That's what they're called. Silent competitors. They compete with you and you don't even know it.
So that's bad for your spirit, for your growth. What about cutting loose? Maybe not just friends, but people that are like in when you're in a relationship, bad relationships or whatnot. Staying with what am I trying to say? Like
a relationship of convenience.
Something that's not necessarily convenience, but I'm like staying in something that's just because it's good or it feels good. But I mean, it's challenging your self-worth is what I'm trying to say. You know, when you can't let something go that you know is bad for you. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We went through that with somebody that was close to us. You know, giving them advice, and you want that person to take that advice, but you got to wait till they get tired. If not, you're gonna be tired.
I mean, it's like the reason I brought that up is like our dog, you know.
I was about to say, but I didn't say it. So now that you said it, you might as well talk about it now.
I'm just saying. You just saying that went through situations.
Staying in a relationship that ain't no good for you. You know, so that's not self-love at all. You know, when it gets to the point to where you walking off your job and don't care if you got rent money to pay your rent, don't care if you're gonna be out on the street, it's no good. That's not self-love. You gotta love yourself more than you love that going bad.
I will say I'm proud of her because, you know, she recently came over and, you know, told us that I'm working on myself because we hadn't, you know, she wasn't really talking to us a lot for about 2 or 3 weeks, and come to find out during that time frame, she's more like, I'm working on myself. You know, I've let some things go. I'm trying to, you know, eat a little healthier, and you know.
Oh yeah, she had lost some weight.
Mm-hmm. So I'm proud of her for that. Good. Finally listening. That's what I was trying to say. Just listen to us sometimes.
It takes kids to go through things. They ain't gonna just take your advice the first time. They had to go through stuff before they take your advice.
You know, I think a lot of times people try to gain that self-love through like makeovers and new clothes, and you know, trying to make themselves feel better. And it's just
but it's no good if they're doing it for the other person. And that's not self-love. You got to do it for yourself and really feel good about it.
Then it sticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, what about when you are in a good space and you are self-loving yourself, and someone or some people consider you as conceited?
Consider you who?
conceited.
What do you mean? What are you saying? Say it again.
You're loving yourself. You're taking care of yourself. You're doing for yourself. And oh, look at her. She thinks she all that.
Oh.
You can't worry about talk.
You cannot.
You can't worry about talk. Let them talk.
Like Judy said, the reason that you're doing it, or you're doing good, or whatever the goodness is that surrounds you and you're feeling real good about you, and it had to be because you wanted it and you realize this is good for me. What's good for you is not supposed to be good for everybody else. Who cares about what everybody else is talking about?
That's it. That's why I pulled that out, because some people at the end of the day, they expect you to change or pull back from who you are, when in reality, all you're doing is loving yourself.
And that's what I'm gonna say. You're not loving yourself when you being fake just to fit the occasion.
Yeah.
One beautiful thing in life is when you can be yourself, when you can be butt naked with yourself. That's a beautiful thing, instead of going around every day being fake. Most people today, they are so afraid that when people are watching to be themselves. I've never been afraid to be myself when people are watching. I'm an open book. Here I am. This is what you get. But like I said, it's so many people that when they know that the world is watching them, they turn fake. They become fake.
The light switch come on. Hello, how you
doing? And like I said, that is not loving yourself. You live in a fake life. And like, again, life is too short to live it fake. Love yourself. Be the best you. Keep it moving and stop worrying so much about what other people think about you. You know, everybody's not going to like you, and it's okay.
Everybody's not going to agree with what's for you. You know, if it's for you, it's for you. It's not for someone else. Why would you do that? Why would you wear that? Why would you say that? Because it's for me. I'm doing this for me. It has nothing to do with you.
That's self-love.
That's self-love. That's right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that, you know, self-love, I guess we keep saying it, but it really is something that is encompasses a lot. There's a lot around it. It's not one thing or two things. It's a lot. And I think it equals growth. Self-love is growth. And it happens through the actions that, you know, as you mature and go through things.
And experiences in life.
Amen. I definitely agree with that.
So, I mean, we've talked about external ways like beautifying yourself to make yourself feel good about who you are. We've talked about exercising, which we really haven't talked a lot about the exercising.
Well, like I said, people with bad knees, hey, you can sit in a chair and exercise, so there's no excuse why you can't get up and exercise. I mean, what else we got? And also, I wanted to talk about lifting weights. Whenever you're lifting weights, people they tend to believe that you have to have heavy weights.
Jesus.
It's not heavy weights, it's repetition. So just do more reps with like 10-pound dumbbells or 5 pounds. Like do maybe 5 reps of 12. You know, and what else can I say about that?
What about people that try to walk? What about people that try to walk to exercise? If you know, as long as you're getting out doing something. If you can't walk a whole mile, walk a quarter of a mile.
Well, since we're under restriction, that's the reason why I was saying things that you can do in your
at home. Okay, I got you.
You know what? And if you are going to walk, what I've realized, you know, or what I've learned, I'll say, is that if your knees are bad or if you have some kind of restrictions or something that keeps you from some limitations that keep you from being able to do like a strenuous workout, walking is good. But what I've been told is like walking on a treadmill is high impact. So if you can do something that's walk on the pavement, walk around up and down your driveway or around your house or just in the house. I think we saw a video about a older Black woman. She lost a lot of weight and was staying toned and fit. I think she was like 90 or 80 something years old.
So we have no excuse.
Just walking back and forth the hallways of our house. I mean, she just put on put on her sneakers and was just gone to town. Had on a little fitness tracker and was doing it. And what did she say? She drank a shot of whiskey, or was it Hennessy? It was Hennessy. She said one little shot of Hennessy every day. I was like, okay, let me get my bottle.
How y'all finna embarrass me?
It dilates the blood vessels. It dilates.
I'm finna embarrass myself because my back hurting, and you telling me all I got to do is drink some Hennessy.
Girl, take a little shot.
No. And I want to say, one thing that people need to realize also is that 90% of losing weight is really about what you're putting inside your body, about how you eat. The workout part is only, to me, 10%.
Which it is true.
Yeah, you if you put the right calories and the right food, good food inside your body, you'll lose that weight. It'll drop just like that.
You start to feel better instantly. It's almost like they say people who stop smoking the very next day or within hours, you start feeling better.
And it's how healthy food tastes bad. I ate some stuff over the weekend. Not all healthy food tastes bad.
Okay, I cooked you some healthy food just here recently. Did it taste bad?
No, that's what I said. Not all healthy food tastes bad.
Well, I was expecting a better reaction than that. I was expecting a hell no, it didn't. So you come up here now, bring me a plate. I believe you heard that.
I was due another meal. I don't know what happened to I was willing to pay gas. I mean, I'm just saying.
We're going to have to work that out. We're going to work that out.
Now I'm gonna have to eat some pasta with a little beer in it.
Oh, I don't know about beer and pasta.
All right, so I have to touch on this little part here because somebody had told me that they had high cholesterol, and I told them I would tell them how to lower their cholesterol like in 30 days or so. I ain't gonna say 30. I'm gonna say give it 90 days. So to lower your cholesterol, what you need to do, you need to eat at least half avocado every day, handful of nuts, peanuts, almonds, cashews,
pistachios.
Eat that. And then also what I did, I added Mega Red. I'm sure all y'all heard of the supplement Mega Red, which is fish oil, and take one of those daily. In about 90 days, your cholesterol will go down and your good cholesterol will go up due to eating the avocado every day.
That's healthy fat. That's a healthy
for that person who wanted to know, that's a tip for you. Make sure you avocado, handful of peanuts or whatever nuts you like, and a Mega Red every day for 90 days. And you will see your bad cholesterol go down. And then with somebody else who asked about arthritis. And I have arthritis bad in my back. And for the people who have arthritis, I say eat turmeric on your food. Sprinkle a little turmeric. Cook with the turmeric in your food. Or didn't you add it to a shake one time?
I did, with a shake with some spinach and whatnot in it. And the turmeric is supposed to help with the inflammation, which is really centered around arthritis. So if you can take the turmeric in your food, if you're not able to tolerate it in food, there are capsules that you can take also.
Which is what I'm doing daily. I take two.
Exactly. They made it now to where they have that turmeric vitamin. I forgot, it's with something else. I'm mad because I can't remember. I think it's turmeric and ginger.
Oh, really? Together?
Yeah, turmeric and ginger together. You can get it on Amazon.
That's nice.
That's really good.
I tell you what, that cuts down the orange fingers but if you do cook with turmeric, incorporate it with cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
Both of those together activate each other.
That will activate the turmeric. Now I'm going to talk about another thing. Let me think what it was. Oh yeah. So many people, they trying to keep their immune system up during this corona stuff going on. They're trying to boost their immune system. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people take a lot of vitamin C, but you got to realize that the vitamin C is not going to work unless you have something to help your body absorb that vitamin C. So you want to make sure that you take an iron pill with your vitamin C. And it could be a vitamin C supplement. It could be like the emergency powder or whatever. Whenever you take those, make sure that you're taking the iron to help your body absorb it. That's just one thing. A lot of people don't know. So I wanted to put that out there.
That's something new. I didn't know that myself.
Yes. Take that. And what else? Oh, and then, eat plenty of garlic.
I was just about to say,
because the garlic, it fights the bacteria. It fights bacteria and all kind of stuff, so make sure you eat that. That can boost your immune system.
Oh, you remember that old nasty concoction you gave me? Pickle juice and garlic. She mixed up mince and garlic and pickle juice because I was having like a cholesterol issue, and she mixed that up. Talking about drink it, folks, and their concoctions. Ooh,
that's all right. It worked for you though. It made you.
I'm saying I take in a pill. I take 2 garlic pills every day.
Ain't that something? Okay, fair warning to everybody. These herbs, garlic, turmeric, ginger, you're gonna have an odor. You're gonna start wondering, smelling.
Yes.
Why my skin's coming out of my pores? Just word to the wise. So but hey, it's cleaning you out from the inside out.
When you go to these countries, people, they have this certain smell to them because of the properties in the in the herbs. It helps clean you out.
Paprika, just all of that stuff. It brings every.
If I'm funky, as long as I'm living and feeling good, okay, that's all right. I'm good with it. So, and then another thing I thought about, instead of many people they like a lot of milk. Diabetics. I know I'm one of the diabetics that I like a lot of milk.
Okay, well, love.
And one of the healthy milks that I drink is called Fairlife. And the Fairlife, it has half the sugar, half the calories. It's really, really
high
good.
in carbs.
And it's high.
Not protein.
Carbs, sorry, high in protein. And also, you can drink the soy milks or the almond milks, whatever. But the best one is the Fairlife milk. You can get it at Walmart. It tastes just like regular milk. It's really, really good.
What is taken out of it from the regular milk?
Less sugar.
I think it's ultra processed or whatnot to get rid of the
sugars. Mm-hmm. Get rid of the sugars and whatever else.
I forget exactly. I just know that we definitely drink it because it's lower in the carbs for her since she's diabetic and high in protein.
Oh, and another thing. How so many people, they eat salad. They be like, well, I'm eating healthy, girl, because I got all these greens on my plate, girl. So I'm eating healthy.
And
then until they put that dressing on, that ranch dressing, they done pour the whole bottle.
Ranch.
The ranch dressing.
It's over.
It's over. Okay. So there's a healthy dressing out there.
There's several.
But the one that I like is Skinny Girl. You can get that at Walmart.
I'm telling you, I think it's like 10 calories for the regular, for a couple of tablespoons of dressing.
Okay, when you say Skinny Girl, does it come in different flavors?
Yes,
there's
it does.
Poppy seed, ranch, balsamic, I think Italian.
Mm-hmm. The Skinny Girl dressing, does the ranch dressing taste like ranch, or does it taste like?
Yeah, it does.
It's a little thinner consistency.
Slight difference. Yeah, not as thick, but it tastes the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Raspberry or some kind of red one. I think it's a raspberry kind, but it's good. Oh, and there's another one. There's an Olive Garden one that is lower in calories also. I think it's Olive Garden Light Italian.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the basically what she's saying is there's dressings. There's a way to eat healthy stuff without tasting bad.
Yeah, there's no excuse for people not to be able to eat healthy. I really can't say that because I know it's expensive. I know it's very expensive to eat healthy, but I mean, the benefits are you're living longer.
How do they want you to eat healthy, but it costs more money to eat healthy?
Hey, talk to your President Trump about that.
What about the sweet side of eating healthy?
Well, the sweet side, there's plenty.
Rice Krispie treats.
Like I love Rice Krispie treats. And now so it's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but on Amazon you can buy. What kind of marshmallows were those?
Oh man, I forgot the name of those.
But aren't they sugar free?
Low sugar.
Low sugar. Mm-hmm. You can buy the low sugar marshmallows and get the Rice Krispie cereal off of Amazon, and you make low carb, and you can make the Rice Krispie treats. But I don't eat that. What I do, I usually go and I love Russell Stover's. Russell Stover's has a lot of sugar free candy, and
tastes like Buttercup.
They even have sugar-free Reese's Pieces. You know what I found one time that was interesting? I found some sugar, and nobody will ever believe me because I cannot find them anymore. but I found some sugar-free Oreo cookies.
Quit lying.
And
where you from at? Because I love Oreo.
I found them at HEB.
What color were they? The chocolate ones or the vanilla?
No, chocolate. Chocolate and white cream. And I never found them again.
Just one so I can dunk.
But I think that you can probably find them on Amazon too. But I sure did.
Oh, the fat girl in me coming out, honey. I need just one.
Like I said, and then they have the good pecan sandy cookies, chocolate chip cookies that are all sugar free. You know,
I think Murray makes those. Murray, the name brand.
But
either way,
as long as you're taking your sugar medicine, if you're taking your diabetic medication, you'll be okay with just one serving. Just don't overdo it. It's the quantity too. If you overdo it in quantity, anything is bad for you. So keep your quantity down.
So healthy eating, you stressing healthy eating because you feel like that's one of the major
I'm
components
stressing it
self-love.
because I want to give people all the information that I can give. So that's the reason why I'm stressing it. And plus I had some people to ask, Judy, how can I lower my cholesterol? How can I lose weight?
Okay, so what about blood pressure?
My knees are bad. Well, with blood pressure, of course, we have the DASH diet. You know, like y'all talked about with the DASH diet, you know, you get all the Mrs. Dashes, and I don't know how to put them all together to make them taste good. Like I said, that's your specialty.
But there is so many Mrs. Dash flavors that, you know, you just put, if you have to have some salt, which there are several brands of salt, but let's not go with the old school blue box with the little metal tab that you just, you know, with the little girl with the umbrella. Let's not use that salt, y'all. Let's get away from that salt. Let's use some pink Himalayan sea salt. So, you know, if you have to use some salt, sprinkle just a little bit because it goes a long way. And then add in the rest of the Mrs. Dashes or whatever other seasoning powder that you want. So that's good. Okay, so we have blood pressure we hit on. We hit diabetes. What else?
Cholesterol.
Cholesterol, okay.
We did the weight loss exercise.
Say it again.
We did what, Nay?
We did the weight loss and exercise as well.
Right. Okay, so we stress protein powders?
Protein powders? No, we didn't. But I'm going to say, for far as exercise, it's sad that we can't get to a pool right now. But a swimming pool is the best way for anyone to lose weight.
When I tell you,
I think I lost probably about 30 pounds, like in 2.5 months.
Not to mention, it's easy on the joints.
Easy on the joints. And you burn more calories swimming.
Who would have thought? You
could walk 5 hours and go to the swimming pool for an hour and burn more calories.
It's crazy. And the bigger you are, you burn more.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
One thing that I learned from old folks, especially the ones that make it to 100 and something, my grandmother, she made it to 99. And she told me the best way to stay healthy is just keep moving. Don't ever stop. Keep moving, what she said. So that's the best advice I have for anyone. Keep moving. Don't stop.
That people do stop moving. They stop moving and they stop living. They sure do.
Okay.
That's why most of the time you notice that, you know, those grandmas that have to take care of their daughters' kids or sons, they live a long time because they ain't got time to stop. They just keep moving and keep moving. So,
they got to get to the next stop.
Them grandbabies, they keep you moving, keep you healthy. I tell you that. Because my journey nugget, boy, she be having me playing football, playing soccer, and everything else. I was like, look, granny knees can't take it.
Ooh, baby,
Nene can't do it.
Well, I got 4 of them, and I don't know if I'm going to come when I got all 4 of them at one time. I mean,
we thought we were going to have both of ours at the same time. Craziness, no.
That's what she thought. Okay. Shoot, she hurried up and called mama, you need to come get these kids. Come get them, baby. Come. I'm sorry. And her mama was talking about, but I thought they were going to stay the whole weekend.
No.
Now it's Friday. They ain't even made it to Saturday morning.
No, it was Saturday morning. It was 3:00 in the morning.
But, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I tell you can't be calling her to come pick these babies up.
Come get these babies.
Come get this Holland girl. Come get her right now, baby. No. Fine. I renege.
That was not good for my self-love, my mental well-being.
She's like, oh, it's so good. Kind of grandbabies over
Gigi
here.
Can't take it. I'm a bad Gigi.
I had already told her, baby, I'm not the one, you on your own. Like Anita Baker said.
I'm not. It made me realize I am not an old school granny. I'm not.
Nope.
Cynthia,
they ain't been.
I give you 5 minutes past your curfew. Time to come get your babies. 5 minutes.
Your package. You forgot your package.
Yes.
Crazy.
Shoot, I ain't stupid because I know I'm gonna be the one that have to do all the running. Tanya ain't finna do it.
Look, come here, come sit with me. Come sit down and watch TV.
Let me tell you something. When she was over here, I think I spent about $150 in a Dollar Tree. Anything to occupy, and she didn't want nothing but for me to run around with her. I said, "Oh shit, baby, please do something. Take this baseball bat." Here we're playing golf. We was doing karaoke. We was doing everything.
Oh, but speaking of grandbabies, though, that is something. That is even though they're stressful, and you can think that maybe your grandkids will stress you out to the point where that's not good for you. They really are good for you.
They are.
It's therapeutic.
Because I could be mad. I am not lying. I'd be mad at the world. As soon as I see my grandbaby, it's like, I don't care. She can come over here and tear the whole house up. And I don't even care. She tears it. And it just brings me that inner happiness, So that is a stress reliever.
And for anybody that's watching, I know it seems like we going on and on, but we're grateful for you tuning in, and hopefully we gave you some good health tips and self-love tips, and keep pushing and keep moving and keep going, no matter what the next person might think or say or feel about you, for that matter, because life is good. And like my co-host said, even though we're here, we're only here for a short time. So what better way to, self-love than to keep pushing? Jay?
I agree. I agree with you 100%. Life is short, and we're only here for a short time, like you said. So I say make the best out of this life. Quit being worried about what everybody else is thinking about you or saying about you. There's no time for that. Find your happiness.
Yes.
And hey, let this unnecessary stuff roll off your shoulder. Stress don't bring you nothing but heart attacks and strokes. For real.
What do y'all have to say as far as telling the youngsters ways to be happy? Because you could tell people to get rid of this, or what did you just say? You said
let the drama roll off your shoulder. You can't worry about what everybody else thinks about you.
So how do you tell people to get over that?
That's a hard thing. I think you just have to come into that. I really do. Because I worked
into it
about me for a long time.
It's maturity. It comes with maturity.
Right. Now, like I said, when I hit my 40s, I didn't give a damn no more. I didn't care what nobody thought. But when you're young like that, I say it's our job to keep them encouraged.
I do too.
And try to help them going down the right path, share our stories, share our experiences with them so they'll know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that you can another day. Ooh. And like my mama say, one monkey don't stop the show.
Amen to that.
That's a good saying.
You better know it. You better know it.
One monkey don't stop.
All right, y'all. Well, it's getting late. Hopefully we gave, like Nay said, hopefully we gave you some tips on how to eat a little better, how to do some exercises. There's no excuses. If these 90-year-olds can do it, we can do it too.
How to love yourself and put yourself first. Learn to let go of negativity in your spirit and around yourself. Let it go. It's easier said than a lot of times because the environment you're in, maybe, your home life or whatever it is that's stressing you out, learn or find a way to say or to get rid of the negative energy that's around you.
How about this pandemic just stressing you out?
This is enough all in itself.
And we ain't got our stimulus checks yet.
Honey. Baby.
I need to say this before we close. If you love the show, if you enjoy our talks, we're expanding. We're trying to keep this live. We're trying to keep our show on the air. We have everything and more store. We got t-shirts, we got backpacks, we got sweaters, we got jackets. We're making mugs for you all. We've been showing you for the last couple of weeks.
Yes, check it out. Get your merchandise, honey. Yes.
Do whatever you can so we can stay on the air. If you don't mind, show us that you do love us.
Head on over and like and share with others. And
okay, y'all. So it's about time for the drawing. Who's gonna be the lucky winner tonight?
All right.
All right. Let's see here.
I think I enjoyed our talk tonight, y'all. How about y'all?
I enjoyed it too.
I did, and it was peaceful.
I always enjoyed being able to give somebody some health tips. Always.
One person.
We did that for a long time, even though we were missing
now,
our
I'm gonna put on that apron one day, and I'm gonna go into the kitchen. I'm gonna cook y'all something.
She finna burn the house down.
Oh, now, please
burn the whole house. No, I'm just playing. You can. Surprisingly, just remember the other day, the seafood. What I call it,
seafood melody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It turned out to be pretty good. Had us both shocked, right, Cynthia?
Yes, and I love it. I want my second helper now.
Hey, it was somebody else.
Because of the crab, I wasn't really,
She forgot I taught her how to cook.
Look.
And the one before, too. Look, call me Aunt your mama.
Oh my God. No. Please, Jesus. Y'all help this one over here. Y'all. Okay. Here, now you gonna draw the numbers.
Okay, let's see who the lucky winner is tonight.
Draw the numbers.
Is that all the numbers we got?
Look here, don't worry about that. Just draw two. I need two.
You need two. All right. Let's see who wins. We got a number 4.
Number 4 belongs to Miss Roberta Campbell.
That's mine.
Okay, Miss Roberta.
And we got a number 2.
Number 2, Miss Tatiana Bible.
Girl, nah.
Lord.
She need to be put out the room.
Diana Miss Bible. People support baby. Thank you, Mama.
She need to be put out the room.
Thank you, Mama. We got you.
We love you.
Thank you for anybody who's watching or who has supported us. We really do appreciate your love. And this is our way of giving back. So with that being said, tonight's topic was interesting, like I said, and definitely helpful. I appreciate it all. Good words and good company.
And remember, like we say, live to eat. Did I say live to eat?
Yes, Lord. She said it right.
Nate.
Ain't that right, Nate?
Stop saying that. No. Nate sending me those bad vibes. Look at it. Look at it. No.
Live to eat.
Eat to live. Eat to live. Don't live to eat.
Oh, worship yourself. Value yourself.
Love yourself.
Amen.
Be the best version of you. We love you all. Have a good night.
Good night.
Joining in with Straight Talk, no BS.